Hello. Welcome to my stream. Last stream yesterday. Believe it, this is the third day in a row that I've streamed this week. Kinda wild. Last stream, we finished Act 4, and because that took a while, I didn't do the intermission, so today I'm doing the intermission and then Act 5. And then we'll be done with this game. Hey, Leslie! Excited to see how everything turns out. From the theming of the game, it's probably sad. Good rain sounds as always. This game has excellent rain sounds. Yeah, I'm sure everything will be fine. Not late, am I? This must be our guest. Oh, hi, you must be, Oh, sorry, I'm Maya. Right, the traveling artist. Welcome. I'm Emily. I, work here. Great. Rita says you're the producer? Oh, did she? I guess so. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I know the feeling. You weren't around earlier at the lunch thing? No, I don't live in town. I just come into work on the station. Really? It's quite a hike, isn't it? I know some shortcuts. Oh, okay. Should make sure she's comfortable. So, do you... No, I'm fine, thanks. I'll just find somewhere to perch until folks are ready. Got a lot to digest. Mentally, I mean. Well, and it was a big lunch. But I spent most of the afternoon examining the mounds. Oh, the burial mounds? Yeah, that's why I came down here. See them up close and make some sketches. They're amazing, right? They make me uncomfortable, to be honest. Seems kind of weird to build a town in a graveyard. Sure, every town has a graveyard, but usually the town comes first. Okay, I'll check if Rita's ready. You can just hang out back here somewhere. We'll let you know when it's time to come on set. Great, thanks for having me. You too. I mean, you know what I mean. Why am I so awkward with visitors? Just used to seeing the same 12 people day in and day out, I guess. At least the floor is staying dry. The left boot has a hole. It's like the ceiling is holding him up okay. It's like I just made it before the sky broke open. Oh, right. Cyrano's here to help with the weather report. That should be cool. Elmo gets a lot more into it when he has some noise to vibe to. Used to be on the other side of the room. The couch was in this corner. We moved it here when where the ceiling is least leaky. It's further from the windows too, so sunlight doesn't bleach the labels. So much of archiving is just playing hide and seek with the weather. Slow-mo crow, keeping an eye on the control board. Keep up the good work, Mo. Nice. Maybe there'll be time to play with it after the show. Yeah, I love birds. Birds are good. Ben and Bob working on a project. We found that radio in the woods a week or two ago. Cleaned the circuits with rubbing alcohol and left it in the sun. Seems like it was working okay again, so why are they taking it apart? Time to start the show. Okay, ready when you are. How's it look outside? Gross. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Saturn is in retrograde. What does that even mean? Yep. Think it'll let up? Guess we'll see what Elmo says. My poor tomatoes. Okay, in 3, 2... Hi, it's Rita. This is your evening broadcast. 8192. Wow, it's really raining out there. Damn, I can hear it from here. We have a few leaks. Put some pots and bowls underneath them. Thanks, Ron, for lending us your extra pots and bowls. Hope you had a good day, despite the weather. Although, it was really nice earlier, right? Had a good day today. I met a new friend. She's gonna join us in about a minute or two. Maybe you saw her earlier, around lunch, or if you didn't meet her, then you'll meet her in a minute. Or if you met her already, do you still want to hang out? I'm sure there's plenty that we can talk about. Wow, so this is 8192, is that right, Emily? What is she talking about? It's a lot of broadcasts. I came in around 5s, so I've only been around for half of them. Back then, in the 5s, let's see, we had I Did Night Noise, and then we had the Swap Show and the Bird Show. People were just coming in and dropping off tapes all the time, and now, well, now it's just the evening broadcast. But it's not like, not saying we're in decline or anything like that. I love the evening broadcast. I think it was the first show we had on here. It was the first show not produced by the Cairo Company. It was the first community show, yeah. It was hypnotic, fuzzy old tapes about safe wiring. There were a few power company training videos that ran before, but those don't count. Yeah, so it's the spine of the station. Or maybe it's the heart. Or is it the skin? What part of the WEVP body do you think it is? Why don't you come on by and tell us about it? We're going to be here for another 30 minutes or so. Or, if you don't want to brave the storm, you can always give us a call. Same number as always, 270-216-5556. Okay, so we're going to start with a tape. This is an old one. It's one of mine, but maybe you haven't seen it. Or, if you've seen it, it's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten. Shit. What? She asked me to queue up her tape. In Pueblo de Nada? Where is it? I don't know. It's probably still shelved. I'll find it. Thank you. Emily scans the shelf of videotapes. I had these alphabetical. Can't keep anything here organized for long. We should put this all in chronological order, although I guess it's hard to remember sometimes. The order of things, and some of these tapes were made at the same time, where we started one video and then started another in the middle, then came back later, and time is out of joint. It's like sweeping a beach. Oh, wait a minute. Ron said he'd start filing the old stuff by language, so... Or something fell behind a shelf here. Gross, it's damp. She opens the case. It's empty. Rolf borrowed it for a screening, so it's probably with the others. Here, Aunt Connie reframed Bare Waste Studies, Death of an Airfield, from Pueblo de Nada. Aha! What would you all do without me? Here you go, Mo. Hold off on playing this until Rita's done setting it up. Thanks, babe. Ready when you are, Rita. Some people that lived here a long time ago, before the power company town. Before the airstrip, like over 100 years ago. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Ready, Emily? This is cool. Have you seen it before? Should say something nice. Yeah, it's something else. You don't sound convinced. It's not a bad way to learn about history, though. I helped Rita edit this. Took us all of a week coming in here after today's broadcasts were done with the night loop running in the background. We'd play her narration on the cassette, write down times, then scrub frame by frame through the video and try to cut it just so excruciating. It is history, right? Or is it just a story? It's a good tape. It's good to have a portrait of the people who used to live here. It does a good job of communicating who they are, what they did, what they were like, I think. People should know. Community shouldn't just disappear, even when it disappears. Is there even a difference? Although, now the tape is just here, on a shelf. Every once in a while we dust it off and it shuffles around the airwaves again like an old dog. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Oh, no, I'm sorry, I was just have some weird shit going on in my head tonight. You know what I mean? Sure, it's okay. Sorry I spaced out. Don't worry about it. You should... Oh, should I go sit? Yeah, it's almost over. Let me have a sip of water. So where are you staying tonight? Here in town. Oh, good. Yeah, even before the storm came in, I thought it would be nice to get some rest before the long hike back to the highway. Ron offered his loft? What? He said I could sleep in his loft. Oh, honey, he's talking about his barn. Ron, nobody wants to sleep in your barn. Ron shrugs. It's not haunted. But it is haunted. Bob got some pretty clear voices there on his tape recorder. He wanted to have a seance, but couldn't round up enough brave souls to go all the way around the table. You'll stay at my place. Oh, thanks. That storm coming, I should probably find somewhere to stay out here tonight. Maybe I'll just sleep here in the studio. You need anything? Actually, do you have an extra toothbrush? It'd be nice to sleep under the stars. I think I do, actually, yeah. Oh my god, I've been in the woods, you know. Right. I actually used a twig this morning. Kinda chewed up one end. No stars tonight, though. I've done that. Really? I'm disappointed. I thought I invented it. Even better, you can chew on some pine needles. Really freshens your breath. I mean, it's not perfect. Wow, that's roughing it. Just close your eyes and pretend, I guess. Right, exactly. Even then, it's just not the same as real toothpaste. What the hell are they talking about? Emily waves to Rita. Oh, okay. Hi. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, that was from, it's several years old. I can't remember exactly. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, thank you, Maya. What's next? I brought in a tape. Oh, okay, you good? All queued up. Gonna check on the boys. The hell are they doing? Ben and Bob are seated on the couch, poking at the electronic innards of a radio. So then it won't mute while it scans between stations? Okay, because that's where they live, right? No, you just want that constant static noise. Right, the noise. That's where they live. They don't live anywhere, dude. They're ghosts. Okay, why does it matter where you tune the radio? It's like soil in your garden. You need rich soil, right? Mashed up rotten leaves and stuff. Like compost. Oh, hey, Em. How's the show? What the hell are they doing? What are you going to do? What are you doing to that poor radio? Working on a new ghost box. Hell yeah. This guy Frank wrote about it in his newsletter. Paranormal Periodical. No, that's Sylvia's. Frank's is the ghost Gazette. Radio crackles as it scans rapidly across the spectrum. Snippets of voices mixed with colored noise and unfamiliar interference patterns. Did you hear that? That was definitely a voice from beyond the grave. Sounded like, clearly heard dogwood in there. Yeah, kinda. Sounded more like frogwood to me. The hell's frogwood? Man, I don't tell the ghosts what to say. Did you hear that, Emily? Must have been dogwood. Guess it doesn't matter. Ghost voices don't really come out until you play back the recording later. They only exist in recordings, like a copy without an original. A mirror reflecting something that isn't in the room. It's like Waluigi. Weird. The vampire. Wait, no, that's backwards. A vampire has no reflection. Yeah, vampires are pretty mundane by comparison. They're just a mashup of some creepy things we already knew about. Cannibalism, hypnotism, mist, bats. Yeah, I see bats every night. Bats aren't weird at all. Ghosts, though. We need a whole new framework to think about ghosts. So the ghosts speak, and we can't hear it, but the tape recorder can hear it. Is that right? I don't know. Sometimes thinks it's more like the recording itself is a ghost. Like, that's what ghosts are. Recordings of events that didn't happen, and something keeps leaving new marks even after it's gone. False memories. This is not sustainable. So, okay, Ron, anything you want to tell us about that tape? Everything on that tape was wild. Really? Everything? Wild stuff indeed. Even the horses? Everything on that tape was wild. I bought some forged folk tapes at a yard sale once. Lady said they were live tapes of Gene Ritchie playing dulcimer at some local bar. They were pretty good, too, a little noisy, the rattling bottles and chatty drunks, but it gave the recordings a certain aura of authenticity. Were the horses wild? I thought those were the horses here. Oh, the neighbors? I called the horses here the neighbors. No, I didn't recognize that. Then I noticed some of the background sounds repeating. Someone telling the same hushed story at the bar during every song. The door opening and closing exactly the same way. Lady who sold me the tapes, she'd added the bar sounds artificially. I think she recorded the music herself in her bedroom and put Richie's name on it. I don't think there are any wild horses anymore. Really? How could that be? Oh well, they've all been domesticated. Are the neighbors domesticated? We don't own them, no. They're, feral? The tapes live permanently in my truck. Over the years, they've become my favorite Ritchie recordings. Oh right, in your documentaries, you'd said that people who used to live here had freed their horses. Exactly, but you can free your pet cat, but it won't turn back into a panther. Right. It's kind of haunting, kind of ghost, like Ben was saying. But everything is a ghost around here these days. It's a ghost town with people still living in it, against our reason. Most of the houses are empty. There's always been people here. After the Pueblo de Nada, community airstrip, and then the company town. Then WEVP. What about the dogs? Yeah, was that dog wild? Everything on that tape was wild. Somehow, just as the last group dies out, some new utopian project always finds a way to take hold. What is it about this place? It must be the well. Didn't look wild to me. Guess it's a matter of perspective. Not sure I agree, but now's the time for the weather. Thanks again, Ron. We're hanging on long past our expiration date. Well, weather should be pretty wild. I can hear it all for myself now. Yeah, getting pretty intense out there. You get storms like this a lot? More and more. Right, of course. And then, of course, there's the actual ghost. Alright, here's Elmo with the weather report, and lucky us, we also have Cyrano Cole stop by to add some drama, musically. I hear he's going to be at the rum colony later tonight, if you need a cocktail after the show. So let's go live to Elmo for the weather report. I should make sure the camera's pointed the right direction. Looks like the ceiling panels are swelling a little. Oh no. Didn't they say that the TV studio flooded? I bet this is when this TV studio flooded. Hey. Hey. So trippy. How did he work out these ratios of oil, water, and dyes? It seems so precise the way he drips them in one little half drop at a time. Must have been a lot of trial and error. Just staring at a circle of light on the wall. Drip, drip, drip. Where'd you get your supplies, Elmo? Ben has a guy in... Oh wait, you mean the projection stuff? I mail ordered these candle dyes. This other stuff is just mineral oil, like you can get at the drugstore. The projector, somebody just left it here, man. Incredible. Actually, it was that girl who does the pirate video stuff. You know, jamming our signal. Weaver. Yeah, our resident ghost. Ghost, huh? Really think she's dead? Does it matter? Maybe not. Guess you're right. Ghost is just an absent person, whether you're dead or not. That's what I think. Hey, you think she'll get us tonight? It's about time, right? That's right, we're about due. Plus, Saturn's in retrograde. That's what I hear. Not that she keeps a strict schedule, but it's never longer than a month or two between. What does Mimi call them? I know they're bad for the general vibe around here, but can I be honest? Kinda like it when she bursts in and takes over our signal. It's like a log falling on the road. It reminds you that this all used to be trees. Interventions, that's what Mimi calls it. How does she do it? Her performances were cool though. Never saw her perform, but I heard about it. Oh yeah, I saw her do it a few times. I was into it. For a while we thought she had a tower somewhere, but she's even jamming the local cable transmissions. She did lectures, right? Yeah, you could say that. I thought it was done as storytelling sessions. She talked for hours and shuffled along slide after slide of shapes, numbers, weird constellations. Who knows what any of it meant? Ralph and Sherry went and checked every cable in town for... what did they call it? This was her projector? Right, I don't know where she got it though. So it works really well. Got a spare bulb at a resale shop, but I haven't had to use it yet. Taps, splices, injection sites, places where Weaver could be overriding our signal. They didn't find anything. It's a mystery. That's why it bothers people so much. To me, it just makes it more dignified somehow. What happened to the rest of her stuff? Bet her slides are still here in the studio. Maybe with the posters? Sherry has all Weaver's old notebooks, I know that. She keeps them in her archive, you know, the big blue filing cabinet. Daisy's painted on. Yeah, anyway, the really hard part to find is these two pieces of glass. They have to be paired very precisely. I had to get them from a clock store over in Glasgow. That's where they come from. Clock faces. Thanks for the tips, dude. Anytime, dude. Cool, my socks are getting wet. I love to have wet socks. Back to you, Rita. Thanks, Elmo and Cyrano. So next we have a selection from the video data bank. You're gonna like this one, Maya. This one's about caves. Ooh. Yeah, local caves. We play this one a lot. It's pretty cool. Oh, but we have a phone call. Should we get it now or should we wait? We'll get it now. Okay. Hello, WEVP. I love raccoons. Hope you all packed lunch. Sounds like this is gonna be a long one. How about some theories about Weaver's broadcasts? He was considering how she might be tapping into our wires here in town. He built a model, like a proof of concept. This big metal box where he could wire up and use to take over the signal. Actually worked. The thing needed too much power to run. Even a car battery could only keep it going for a few seconds. Weaver's broadcast just loops and loops sometimes for hours. Consolidated Power doesn't pay any attention to this town anymore, but they still have us on a strict energy budget. There's no way she's plugged into the grid. The bad feeling is situation won't last. Soon I'll be scrounging for a tarp to protect the video data bank. Hey babe. Hey babe. Chitter into the coop. Do you know Weaver? Oh really? Did you ever see her lectures? Sounds amazing. Would like to see that. You make her sound so normal. Talk to anyone else and it's like she had a second head. One of her little mysteries. Like the out-of-towner. Oh really? Do you know him well? Wow, I had no idea. It was terrible what happened to him. Right. Justice someday. What a waste. Sad. Well, have fun. Gotta see if Jeff is done. Let's see what the notes say. It's just rotating times, not dates. It's not very helpful. They're all at night. Guess that's a pattern. Here's Ron's recipe for mac and cheese. 6 cups of milk? Decadent. Oh my god, he's still going. Hello? Was that the storm, or was it the damp phone lines? Man, they're really flaky. Business as usual. He has a really soothing voice. That's Jeff. He's a regular caller. He's asleep. My indicates Ron has fallen asleep on his chair. Oh well. Let him sleep. Okay, well, let's play the tape. This is called Cave Art. It's classic around here. I'm excited. Right. So let me enjoy the tape. So if Weaver's a ghost by some agreed upon definition of mechanics, that means WEVP-TV is haunted. Should we be soon doing something about that? Aren't you supposed to, like, have an exorcism or something? I mean, you can't just leave a place haunted. That would be negligence. I'd miss her, though. Guess there are good ghosts and bad ghosts, like spiders. Good in the garden, bad in the shower. What the hell? Who's that? I'll check it out. Yikes, should we go help? Oh no, oh, the tape is over. What'd you think? That was great. Yeah, I like that one. That sounded pretty close. Oh no, is the power out? Or just the lights? I don't know, I'll take a look. Maybe a fuse blew on the replay or something. Some scared rats chewed a wire. Abandoned ship. Just kidding. Alright. Incredible how dark it gets here. Wonder if that weird hum in our wires still shows up when the power is out. Of course, I can't check because the oscilloscope isn't working. Just to think about real mysteries, you can't even trust your instruments. How you holding up? I know you hate the dark. Not even going to think about the data bank. It's fine, right? Surely it's fine. It's fine. The storm just wiped this town off the map. Where would everyone go? Would Elmo disappear into the woods? Or go to the Echo River and ply his trade there? They have weather down there, right? Hope you're not too late for your gigs here now. Poor thing, she's soaked. Are you having trouble with... Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought your power was out. Yeah, it just came back on. Weird. Good, though. You made it. In the storm. Oh, I never miss the evening broadcast. To be honest, it's the only time I get to share my work. Sure, of course, that's great. What happened with the power? That was weird, right? Power? Oh, it seems like a normal kind of thing to happen in a storm. Yeah, you're right. Just have an eerie feeling tonight. Well, you know, Saturn's in retrograde, right? It sure is. Well, ready to go? Ready. There's a long intermission. Did you fix it? Just came back on its own. We'll just take a second for the equipment to warm back up and we'll be back on the air again. Spooky. It's a disaster out there. The neighbor's barn is basically underwater. Wow, so just completely flooded. Past Ron on the way in. He's going to take a look and see if there's anything he can do. Will they be okay? Ron knows what he's doing. He used to be a firefighter. It's a little bit different though, right? I guess. Oh, thanks. I brought my work. Oh, good. Mickey reads her poetry. It's a weekly feature of our broadcast. Great, I look forward to hearing it. Yeah, just hope that we can keep going. We lost power a little while before, right? Better get started. To the out of time. What eagle flew you to your final bed? It was not the men who brought you there to sleep. The men who left you bloodied then and fled had chosen mud and muddy water to break. Did wild turkeys gobble dirt and care and wipe the moss beneath your eyelids clear? Did cardinals pull the twigs out from your hair and wash your hands and feet and trim your beard? When wood ducks dressed you in your dressing gown, and pigeon fashioned shoes from leaves and bark, who then sewed flowers into a burial crown? The one who made your headdress was a hawk. The men who broke your body, where were they? The vultures stayed home on your funeral day. Emily, look at the monitor! Dude, be quiet, we're live right now. No, we're not, look. Bam, there she is. Emma was right. What's wrong? It's her. Weaver. Oh, really? Tonight? Sorry about this, Maya. What's going on? Local prankster. She jams her signal every once in a while, whenever the stars align. Prankster? Not the word I would use. Damn, so what you do about it? Just wait until she's done. Never been able to stop her from jamming us. Don't even know how she does it. Should be back on in a minute though, don't worry. Wow, this studio, you should not have electrics that much underwater. Uh-oh. Well, that was the intermission. Let's go into Act 5. Oh, no intro scene this time. The town. Wow, that is very flooded. Reminds me of my old, like my hometown used to get really badly flooded until they dug like a special tunnel. Looked about like that. Oof. Yeah, it's just like once the river swells, there's nothing you can really do. It's just a force of nature. Give me just a minute. How did this all fit in that truck? It's bigger on the inside. I think it rained. It rained a lot, I mean. Worms are gonna be out for sure. You ever heard of worms sing? You must hold your ear to the ground. It's very soft. What do you think they sing about? Probably just dirt. Precisely. So, where is Five Dogwood Drive? I'll go scout ahead. Okay, holler if you find anything. Yes, 100%. Where'd a cat? Cat, 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 cat. Junebug and Johnny strained to hear the noises coming from the well. It's like there's that weird sleepy singing again. It's kind of reverent. Choir, maybe? Think the truck's okay down there? It's lost, but they don't seem to mind. We're meowing into the hole. Will it still fly? Oh yes, she's just got banged up a little in the storm. First I only observed a truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than in life. Company had dropped it off in the middle of the day, and everyone was at the plant. It let it sit overnight, alone and strange. Nikki thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful. Thought it was elegant. He liked the idea of passing it every day, observing it from different angles and distances. He liked boxy things, generally, especially boxy machines. Everybody had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems. Maybe finally get started on a damn messianic ditch. Still, they had a few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anyone. They gradually fell onto the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the truck. Once a month, some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away from the cart on a cart. Elmo gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She'd just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video data bank. James demonstrated the sand and image processor, and then Ron came bearing in with an urgent expression. The station had a great collection of videotapes made by local artists, along with a huge library of what looked like home movies. There were tapes about local politics, weather, video dream diaries. Rita was eager to start contributing her own work. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what that looked like. As she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern, for sure, but also something like relief, hope, an awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something on their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could that be their anchor? I liked a town of ghosts. Ooh. That's very pretty. Gosh, I love being a cat. It's great being a cat. Six or seven men stood in the sun about a dozen yards from the ditch. You could hear them laughing. He tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped a trench. It was wet dirt, mud really, made a hungry sound as it shaped the trench walls. Glare from the noon sun made his sinuses tingle. The trench was a foot wide now. By the time he was done, he expected it to be about twice that, and run most of the way from the middle of town over to where it could drain off into the creek. The laughter quieted into greedy chuckles, and he could feel the men approaching. George scanned the shelf. Quickly found the book he was looking for. There were only a few dozen left. More shelves and books now. Result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, he called it the Purge. But only privately, in small groups of reliable complainers. The unspoken rule was to hold back criticism as long as possible. Experiments needed time to unfold naturally, without the interference of doubt. George would have preferred to complain more freely. Even the scheduled feedback circle sessions had been losing their teeth lately, he thought, a trend that coincided with Fraser's increasingly central role in the community. Fraser proposed an executed experiments just like any other community member, but his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of the community life to the next in search of excess to cut back. Lately, he turned his scythe to the library. New selection meant decimating their store of books according to Fraser's own inscrutable criteria. Now we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Fraser's colorless voice echoed in George's mind. He felt like spitting. Instead, he tucked a book under his arm and set off for the woods. There's something so sad about libraries getting rid of books. It's just really, I don't know. As a kid, I was always like, why would you, like, I get that that's important and like keeping, like, weeding out old books, bringing in new books is important, but it's just like, that book was somebody's favorite. And they came to the library specifically to rent that book. And now it's not there anymore. It's just sad. Hey Largox, thanks for the 2 months. Good to see you. How you doing? Must have been pretty nice pigs if they let you ride them like that. They were perfect gentlemen. You're lucky. I'm doing good too. Had to go into work today for the first time in weeks because it's been mostly working from home. It was very weird being back at the office, even just for a tiny bit. I'm always lucky. It's one of my qualities. Later, I had to cross the desert of broken glass. I also had more spicy noodles today. Had another 2 packs. I like eating them 2 packs at a time, just because I don't know. I love pain, I guess. No, I'm just hungry and I like spice. They were good. The desert was strangely beautiful. The desert was every different color all at once. I was overwhelmed. Is that a never-ending story reference? I think that's a never-ending story reference. I'm not sure. In rapturous trance, I glided to the far end of the desert, where I continued my journey. Or I'll take you there if you want to see it, maybe on Saturday. Okay. Was traveling with some strange companions for a while, too, but not as strange as yours. It was a strange woman who I think was a witch. She gave me a magical amulet for protection, but I lost it. Or my most memorable companions were the Martians. I had to lose them in a hedge maze. They were friendly, but very demanding. I hung out with an old dog and some musicians. Oh, wow, I'm jealous, but I won't let it ruin our friendship. Well, maybe I'll see you at the museum sometime. Bet you'll see me sooner than that. Oh no! Oh no, did the horses die? No. That's not nice. It's not too sad. No, I think it should be happy. Right. It's a remembrance. Right. Like a monument. Totally. So, they should be represented with dignity and respect, of course. Of course. Think it'll rain anymore? Nah. I don't see any clouds. Cat, cat, another cat. Hello. Hi. Can I meow at the cat? Croak reverberates inside the smoker. Frog slips out into the grass, too quick to see. God, I love frogs. Frogs are the best. If you ever held a frog, they're so funny to hold. They're so weird. They feel very weird. They really are. They're really good little friends. Paints and chalk in a small bag. Diary in the large bag. Stuffed dog in the small bag. Photograph of Chris in the large bag. No, in the small bag? Sandra couldn't decide. Should she keep the photo of her husband, or should Alex keep the photo of his father? She wrapped the diary in a towel before stuffing it into her bag, feeling slightly silly doing it. Fraser had been on a tier collecting all written material as community property lately. She was sure he couldn't possibly have meant even a personal diary, but was she sure? She set everything down, closed her eyes, massaged her temples, and wondered, not for the first time, how Fraser had consolidated so much invisible power so quickly. Had he done it? Had he in fact done anything at all to claim this incredible lattice of influence, or had they simply blindly given it to him? I'm enjoying this cat section. I love meowing. Oh, they unpacked? Ooh. Just taking one last look. Said you were sketching? Researching? They make stuff like this, kind of. What materials? Oh, you know, they're... It's really beautiful, right? This big mound. Most of these ancient earthworks are thought to be burial mounds, but this one definitely isn't, to be honest. Don't know what it was for. Shouldn't have hadn't. We should have prepared better. All of us. Most of all, that damn power company who built this place, then left it only half built when it pulled out of town. Damn shame. Greeting meow. Oh, hi, kitty. Where'd you come from, huh? Follow a bird up here? I love meowing. It's so good. I love being a little cat and doing meow. That's what I do in real life, too. Yes, every game should have a meow button. That would mean every game protagonist is either a cat boy or a cat girl or a cat non-binary person. And I think that would be neat. Big fan of cat boys myself. But hey. Meow. Yeah. Well, how about this? I love the little scribble shape that indicates the type of meow you're doing. It's so good. Alright, this is it. This is the rest of the stream. We're just talking, we're meowing to this crow. Oh no, we've exhausted our meows. Let's try and go through the big gate, see what that does. Are we just gonna be a cat for this whole thing? Where do we go? Oh, she got up. She got up from her nap. Crow left. Kind of Fisher does. Should I say they were free? What do I mean by free? Sorry, didn't see you there. New in town? Picked a hell of a day. We're just dropping something off here. Oh, well. You better hurry up. They might already be gone. Ooh, there's some, like, parrots up there. Did the horses order the antiques? These are the two horses we saw in the very beginning, right? We're standing next to the barn. Hello, are you okay? I thought that was a person. I think so. When we were at Weaver's place, we tuned her TV and it's like showed us two horses standing next to a barn. I think it was them. Well, it'll probably rain anyhow. Just our luck. This headstone has no name on it. Maybe it was a choice. It's good they weren't wishes. Still, burial's not only for the dead. The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe. She'd done the bulk of the carving over hazy mornings with the stoneworker. She smoked constantly. She only smoked when she was happy, or very sad, or bored. From this height, she could see the earth mover shaping the mounds under the draughtsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game. Map. Where did everybody go? All of our people, I mean. There's another cat. Oh, this is a house full of cats. It's a bunch of cats. Wonder what triggers like stuff to happen. People seem to be moving around, but like not always. Like, this guy's been here for a while. Where'd you come up from, huh? Follow a bird up here? Really? That's what they wrote. Followed some migrating birds up here from Central America. Somewhere up to Florida. And then here. Skeptical meow. Well, that's what they wrote anyway. Guess it might have been a metaphor. Yeah, that's what seems to be doing. Well, mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive. Is there a doormat? Sometimes a key is under the doormat. What am I saying? Strange to say, but I feel like I've been here before. Anyone else? Just showed up. The house. Who lives here? I haven't seen anyone. Nobody lives here? Well, somebody ordered some furniture. It feels warmer in here somehow, right? Strangely comfortable. It's actually quite spacious. Yeah, you could fly a plane in here. This town needs is a kitchen. Oh yeah, somewhere to cook all the beans. Could rebuild the garden, grow some vegetables. Mushrooms don't grow here because there's too much light. How about tomatoes? I think I saw some down tomato plants out there. I could set up a new workshop here. Maybe work on that big video synthesizer thing. Fix that up. I'd love to perform in a place like this at sunset. This feels like I'm on stage right now, actually. You know what I mean, ma'am? Yeah, but who's the audience? Everybody's leaving. Think more people will come after these people leave? Guess we'll be the first. We saved what we could. Hey cat, I'll race you. Hell yeah, I'll race you. From here to that pile of mail, okay? I'm staying here. It's the starting mail. Fine. Ready? Get set. Go! Wow, you're fast. You're fast, Ezra. Alright! It's no shame to lose. I'm a fast runner. I love Ezra. Oh, hi, kitty. Yes, it's a beautiful day. Guess the weather was pretty bad last night, though. You're a chatty one, aren't you? Yeah. Fanciful meow. That's me. That's me when I meow. Sure, whatever you say. Haha. Alright, well, take it easy. Clyde lay on his back on the runway, hands folded behind his head, halfway between dreams and the afternoon sun. He entertained the momentary delusion that he'd survived a plane crash and was vaguely unhappy when the dream faded. Coming into land, he'd slammed into a truck. The driver probably thought the runway was another road. Roads were full of trucks coming and going these days, filing the town with strangers ever since, but couldn't remember any more of the dream. It was fading quickly and irretrievably in that uniquely frustrating death of past dreams. All the state said they wanted was to knock down some trees, many trees, build a road trying to small town to the larger web of streets and highways that entombed the rest of the country. Clyde and his inner circle of stunt pilots turned mail carriers knew that a road would be the end of their secluded paradise. Choppy seas today, Captain. Aye, Captain. Let's reinforce the sails. Glad Ezra got a friend. Just curious, I guess. I know them pretty well by now, but I'd like to have known them better. There's one I think is called George. He left us some clues and books a while back. I leave the radio on for him at night. Seems to like the AM call-in shows, but just out of tune. So, where to next, miss? I'm beginning to think I might stay here. Is that ridiculous? I'm glad to know someone will be around after we're gone. It ain't like it used to be around here, I'll tell you that. What changed? Runway's got some cracks in it, for one. Is that a runway? I thought it was a road. There's one thing Cass always insisted on about this place. No roads leading in or out. Tell you the truth, I've always suspected the reason cats never went on any roads here was just to keep the horses safe. Now... There you are. Like this other cat was looking for you. Will you be a family now? You seem pretty different. That's good. You can teach each other. You should learn to play the drums. Gosh, Ezra is great. Ezra is wonderful. Well, hello. He really is. So sweet. Wanda, time to wake up. Nope. Dead to the world. Let's try again later, I guess. So how do y'all get food out here? Gentle cooing. How'd you manage that? You cheddars. Why? Detailed series of jitters. Yeah, okay. Will you stick around to help? Okay then. Guess we better get started. Heavier than they look. Oh, I think Julian just soared by. Spirit has no weight. In fact, it lifts us up a little. Oh, it's you again. Yeah, well, feel free to pitch in. Sure, this would go a lot quicker with two of us in it. On it. Argumentative meow. Busy, huh? What, left a sunbeam unslept in? Suit yourself. I'll be here. I love that everybody is talking to the cat. Does it work? I don't know. I think you wind it here. No, it doesn't work. Could probably fix it. Oh, you could definitely fix it, man. Then you'd have a new robot friend. Then I'd have a new robot friend. What's this? Oh man, it's totally broken. Waterlock tapes. Might still play, who knows? All the VCRs are shot. I don't even know where to put all this. I hate to call it trash. Wonder if that garbage truck still works. You know how long you have to be asleep before you can start dreaming? Sometimes I think I'm dreaming even when I'm awake. Maybe we should test out in a lab someday. People who built this library were always experimenting, took nothing for granted, even sleep. For a scientific community, everything is an experiment. Whenever I make a decision, I never know what's going to happen next. Is that an experiment? Sure, experimenting is abandoning expectation. Sure, you'd fit right in here. Sure, it's a mess right now, but some residual energy from those fearless experimenters that I don't think will ever dissipate. I could stay here. Oh, hi. Hey, aren't you? Yes, I am. We're talking about experiments. This your family? What'd you say, kid? Yeah, that's right. It's my family now. Run like a grave. Hey, this book's in pretty good shape. City of Ladies. Ooh, interesting. No, I've never read it either. Good question. Let's take a look. Here we go. Minerva, Circe, Sappho. Some ladies from the Bible. I think they all get together and build a city. Sounds nice. Get us a bus ticket, eh? Ever since then, I've just been treating it like a little cafe for the town. Everybody pitches in. Yeah, it's a community thing. But I make the waffles. If you want, but you promise to keep it secret. I'll pass on my waffle recipe before I head out. Why so secretive? Just can't bear the thought of any son of a bitch from that power company eating one of my waffles. I once led a demonstration right down this main strip here back on the old days. Of course, he had no formal union. They watched everyone, and they had the cops on their side. In the end, we extracted a few minor concessions, and power company pulled out of town before any real bloodshed could get underway, mostly. We ought to just set this place on fire. No way. I'd like to see the cafe reopen. "3A, lay paper flat. 3B, bring bottom left corner up to the top right corner. 3C, crease with firm steady pressure along diagonal fold." Nikki applied only gentle pressure. Looser flowers felt more alive. She rolled her wrists. It was the 6th hour of her sign company store shift, and she'd made dozens of flowers. Ron had bought a bouquet and cleaned out their stock that afternoon. 11. Repeat steps 4A to 7 for each petal, taking care not to rip the filaments from step 9. She put Ron's bouquet down on the sales ledger as romantic bouquet, but really he was just buying in bulk at a small discount, since the company started allowing resident workers to donate paper flowers to Aunt Connie for civic enthusiasm points, exchangeable for 6 days. It had become kind of a shadow currency for local trade. Commotion outside caught Niki's attention. Man yelling, blows landing. She put down her work and stepped out in time, just in time to see the crowd disperse. Something brown scurries up the side of a tree. A lizard. A squirrel? Too fast to tell. Ooh, a squirrel. Clyde and Cass sat cross-legged in the shade of a light aircraft. Cass shuffling cards and Clyde absently flipping through a stack of unopened letters. Demand for aerial stunts having faded almost completely, and many of their company having died or aged out of the profession, Clyde and Cass found for their remaining pilots a steady flow of contract work, delivering mail to remote rural areas. This place was abandoned. Cass's cards predicted they'd be here for quite a while. Rita tore up weeds. Elmo stood next to her with a bucket. She passed him the uprooted weeds, and he stuffed them in the bucket. They worked this way for a few hours. Dark clouds drifted slowly closer, but wouldn't arrive until evening. Rita and Elmo left to get some tea. A bucket of weeds sat warming in the sun. The dandelions wilted and the clover dried. Some wayward insects continued to eat. When Rita and Elmo returned, they assumed the same roles and continued working. The garden was coming along as well as they could hope, given months of neglect. When a plant shut down, the company abruptly pulled out of the area and took a large part of the town's population with it. The Carver family who had tended his garden, the largest and most productive in town for years. Now the garden would be cared for by a new family, and feed what was left of the town and whatever it became next. They didn't know much about gardening, but they were prepared to learn on the job. They knew for sure they would plant tomatoes. Those had grown well from this garden in the past. Rita and Elmo worked until it started to rain. The rain washed their sweat into the dirt. Tomatoes are hard. Like, tomatoes are really hard to grow, and they get sick really easily. I know my dad plants tomatoes every year, and it's a real struggle to keep them, like, from getting sick. But when they do grow, homegrown tomatoes are so much better than store-bought. Especially the little cherry tomatoes. They're just so good. It's a memorial. Yeah, I'll miss them for sure. Beautiful creatures, and so thoughtful. Where do you think you'll go? Hard to say. Everyone's leaving. Not that I blame them. Sometimes you only need a few people. I think the ceremony's around dusk. Ceremony? No. Oh yeah, we'll stick around. Nowhere to be. Where are you flying to? Flying? Huh. I'm just checking to see if everything's working okay. Could fly her somewhere if you wanted to, though, right? Of course. So why don't you? Here we go. Keep your distance now. That does not seem like it's gonna take off. She watched him. She stood in her own shadow. A few deer hunters and talkers walked past, but said nothing to the seer. Didn't even look. She stood at the path. This was the path the seer had found in her scrying game. A series of private dice rolls and inscrutable diagrams. At the end of the route, she'd seen a safe, quiet place. Caverns of leathery blackbirds, a lake of eyeless fish, towering flame. Now, the diver walked the mounds, memorizing the route. Wow! Seems to be working okay. Julian's gonna love this. Ooh. Yeah, it's amazing. I've left it there for a bit. No way. Yeah, too drafty. Moved out one winter and never looked back. Gets cold? Sure, when the sun is down. Nice old church, though. Really nice. Make a nice workshop. There you go. Ooh, a gray heron. Or a stork, maybe? Aw, a cute horse painting. That's really sweet. Hey y'all. Thanks for sticking around for this. I know we've all got places to, well, if anybody still needs somewhere to go, be sure and speak up, okay? I think Ron's heading through the woods tonight, back to the road. Do you want a caravan? You staying, Em? Yeah, sure, I'll stay. At least for a while. Just want to make sure everyone has somewhere to go. Right now, though, we've got some friends to bury. And neighbors. Nikki has a poem and I have a song. If anyone wants to say anything, though, I'll go first. Neighbors were kind, gentle, beautiful horses. I used to go on walks with the silver one, out in the woods by. Why didn't anybody ever give them names? The silver one. Well, yes, he was gray, but his coat looked silver in the light. So I always called him that in my head. And the other one is the other one. I loved those horses, but you'd never know if you heard me talk about them like that. So I'm sorry, Silver One and Other One. Sorry I don't have better names for you. You deserve better names. Also, sorry I'm so bad at this. Anyone else have anything to say? We didn't give them names because their names weren't ours to give. Horses were here before us, you know. Came with the people from Central America. Utopians. People of nothing. They arrived on horseback in October, and their first experiment was to free the horses. Generations ago. People and horses. Don't know when we started calling them the neighbors. We should have called them the people, I think. We're the only consistent residents of this place for over 100 years, and now they're all gone. We're the people now. I got something to say. Just wanted to say horses used to crap on my floor, but never bothered me too much. Never mentioned it to anyone. Didn't want to make a thing out of it. But if we're clearing the air, well, that happened, and it's okay. I mean, recently, too. I was cleaning up horse crap just a couple days ago. But I'm saying it was okay. Would have been okay if any of you wanted to crap on my floors. Just want to say that. I would have cleaned up after any of you if you crap on my floor. Thanks, Ron. Okay, I guess we better move on. Nikki, you ready? Thanks for sticking around, like Emily said. Good to have you all here for this. I think the neighbors would have liked this. All of us gathered here. They like to be around people. Maya, you and our other visitors might not know about the out-of-towner. Came here to work for the company, to dig a ditch, and the company worked him good and hard, and for less than he was worth, but wasn't enough. Had to use him up completely. After that, we became ungovernable. First out of shame, then grief, then anger. It's a poem for the neighbors, but it's also for this town. Yeah, we're gonna bury this town today, but when we bury these horses, it's the same thing. We're gonna bury these horses, and what do you think will happen next? We'll all walk out into the woods and leave this place empty. No, I guess some of us might stay and build again. That's alright. Couldn't be me, but try is your birthright. If you do stay, you'll be building on top of a grave, but that's true anywhere. The whole world is built on top of graves. Look for me under your boot soles, as the fellas say. Nikki clears her throat and begins reading from the paper she's holding. Think the grass will never grow again. Here where it grew so sweet. Now only clay will rise to meet the morning air. Who could eat grass now, when our neighbors sleeping lay? Nikki closes her eyes for a moment before continuing. Our neighbors were the best of us, of course. It's always so. Our better selves. Clear of ourselves, where we can see their glory glow. They glow now underground, our friends with love. Neighbors left us here, though not alone. Where friends have gone, we hope one day to go. In distant valleys, home to meet their friends. Return their souls and gently roam, in peace and gently roam. And we buried the horses.
I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful life. A beautiful place of mansions fair and skies so bright, where all who believe the Savior dear
Heard this song before. I
shall
think
stay. And having been saved by grace
must have been Giant
divine,
Bomb. They
I'm
played it during
going
Best
that
Music at some point, I
way.
think.
I'm
I didn't know
going
any of the
that
context.
way. I'm going that way. Yes, dear,
Yeah, that must have been it.
Savior, I
It's a shame
adore,
only Alex
is
played this
with me
game.
each day.
So
I'm
good.
clinging to Him and never to stray. Just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way. Well, glorious news I tell and sing as onward I go. For those who are still astray in sin, my Savior may know. I want them to sing that praise above some beautiful day. For glory to Him who died for me, I'm going that way. I know I shall meet Him at the gate when trials are past. I know I shall meet Him face to face in glory at last. Oh, I believe that when we meet, well done, He'll say, while trusting that soul redeemed in love, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray. Just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way.
Well, anybody's leaving. I like that Junebug and Johnny were the only people who actually had funeral outfits. For some reason they had them with them, who knows why? Hey, how you doing? Good to see ya. Stretching my neck, it's all stiff. Alive? That's good to hear. I too am alive. Somehow. It's a pretty good thing to be at the moment. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm on an internship right now, so break from uni, but work stress is rough. Best of luck. Gosh, I can't imagine. I'm gonna have to go back to uni and do my master's. It's gotta be so weird. It looks cozy. Cute little house. The end. Wow. That was good. You got here just as it was over. Well, we made it through. Made it through all the way. Yeah, it's a point and click sort of visual novel. It was very good. I really liked it. Very well written and very, like, emotional as well. And also so, so pretty. It was good. It was good. Well, that's me for today then, I guess. So, I'm not sure what'll be on Friday. If I'll do a stream, I did 3 streams this week, so maybe I'm gonna take the other 2 days off. And then start again next Monday. But maybe I'll feel like playing something on Friday. I'll see. Next game, probably gonna be Control. I've been thinking of maybe squeezing in a one-off Splatoon stream sometime, because I'm really bad at Splatoon and I think that would be fun. But other than that, it's going to be Control until 3D Mario 3D World comes out on Switch, and I'm going to stream that a whole bunch. And I'd probably finish Control after that. We'll see. Yeah, I'm excited for Control. It seems really cool. And I got the fancy ray tracing, so it's going to look really good as well. It's exciting. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks, Kavatka, for showing up. And even if you missed most of it, hope you still had a good time. And understood the ending. Well, you didn't understand the ending, but like, had fun with it. Had fun with it. You missed all the sad bits, which is probably nice. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. All right. See y'all. Bye bye.